Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today we are going to be going over all of the boss fights for this month's Uncollected Missing Links. So I thought I would do a little something different, and for this month I decided to see how many bosses I could take down using only 4-star champions. So let's get into it, shall we? So the first boss that we come across is Wolverine. So Wolverine's got Enhanced Bleed, Aggressive, Backup Recovery, Aspect of Evolution, and Vigorous Assault. So I brought in Warlock here, and Warlock is a rank 3 4-star. And really what you got to watch out for with Wolverine is this Vigorous Assault. So basically with Vigorous Assault is whenever he goes to regen, he becomes unblockable. So even though Warlock is preventing him from regenning, because he's still getting the regen icon, he's still going to go unblockable. So you guys kind of need to keep that in mind. But bringing in a heal block or a heal reversal champ here is ideal. So, you know, you got Warlock, Yondu, the Visions can do it. Void is always great for things like this, and the backup recovery too is something you want to watch out for, but overall not a hard boss to fight. All right, so now we're coming up to Sabertooth with Enhanced Fury, Enhanced Special 1, Redoubled Determination, Long Distance Relationship, and Blood in the Water. So the short version of this is basically, with debuffs on you and debuffs on him, he is going to start to hit harder than a truck full of, well, you guys know what. So I decided to bring in Sentinel here because I do run Suicide, so that would be 2 debuffs on me, which would cause him to hit harder. So I was like, you know what? No. Plus, Sentinel's got the heal block, which is always nice, even though Sabertooth's regen isn't all that bad. But and Sentinel is the mutant killer, especially when he's got his analysis chargers, which we do right now. So now we're cooking with gas. I am getting the weakness debuff put on me from Long Distance Relationship, and he is gaining that fury. But if you just stay away from him, the weakness and the fury will both fall off. So kind of just keep that in mind. If you don't bring in a robot and you do run willpower though, you can heal up from that weakness debuff. So kind of keep that in mind. All right, so the next one that we're coming across is Vulture with Enhanced Armor Up, Heavy-Handed, Kinetic Transference, Hit Me, I Dare You, and Got a Light. So I'm doing all right still with 4 stars, right? So I'm like, all right, Ghost will do this, right? The Enhanced Armor Up and the Hit Me, I Dare You with the chitin charges. So every time he gains 10 chitin charges, they're converted to an armor up. So it's gonna make your hits less and less noticeable with all of those armor ups, so kind of keep that in mind. Also with Vulture, you want to bait out those special ones. They're much easier to dodge than the special 2, and you got to watch out for his miss mechanic that he has. So kind of keep that in mind when you're fighting Vulture here. But overall, this one isn't a bad fight. The Got a Light, it's really not too bad. If you want to bring in an Incinerate Immune Champ, you can, or you can just bring in Ghost as well, because, well, as you can see, she shreds it. So now we're moving on to Joe Fixit, and this guy. This guy's got Enhanced Bleed, Special 1 Bias, Hurt Locker, Encroaching Stun, and Redoubled Determination. So, Encroaching Stun and Hurt Locker are no fun on this node, because normally I would bring in Hyperion and just spam those special ones, but with Hurt Locker you can't do that. So I decided to bring in Nick because he can't be stunned when his LMD, and this guy didn't want to throw his specials, so I was like, screw it, we'll just push him to the special 3, and then this happens, and this is very weird. So boom, boom, punch, punch, slick hair back. The bleed comes in after the LMD, it's not shrugged, and look at that bleed damage. Look at that damage. So I feel like that shouldn't have happened. He should have shrugged that bleed debuff. Now, I'm not 100% sure that that should happen. To me, it seems like it shouldn't, but you know, it is what it is. I'm going to test it out some more now. I should have tested it out here with the 5-star, but I'm definitely going to send a screenshot of this to Kabam and see if they can figure it out. All right, so now we're on to Sasquatch, who is the first of the new bosses with Healthy Balance, so you can't heal block him more than 5 times. Rage of the Beasts. So Rage of the Beast is kind of funny because he gets his rage quicker, which means he goes into his wrath phase quicker, which means he gets unstoppable more, which means I get wrecked more. Now I brought in my 4-star Cap Infinity War here to nullify the Unstoppable, but since that's a passive, it doesn't work. So you're gonna see what happens when I try to do it, and yeah, it doesn't work out so well for poor Cap Infinity War here. So Spider-Gwen would have been better, She-Hulk, Red Guardian, anyone that puts a slow debuff on to stop that Unstoppable would be great. Now, I thought I had countered it at one point in time, but really I realized that when I slowed the video down, the Unstoppable doesn't last very long, so really the timer had expired, and so yeah, so a Cap Infinity War will not stop that Unstoppable, but someone with a slow debuff will. So decided to come in here with Black Widow Clairvoyant, and I was like, all right, here we go, you're going down, you big fuzzy beast. And well, I kind of messed up here. I kind of used my special 2 at the wrong phase in time here. I should have used it to kind of to try to drain the power instead of the regen. So we push him to a special 3, and you guys get to see what Sasquatch special 3 is. And it's actually kind of neat, right? He hits you with a tree. Like, okay. A little aggressive, but whatever. We'll take it. So I'm like, okay, that didn't kill me, which I was really surprised that it didn't. There I got clipped with the heavy. So I decided to come in here and just clean up house with the man, Nick Fury, because let's face it, if there's a problem, Nick is a solution. Okay, so I have lost to Joe Fixit and now to Sasquatch, the 4-star. So I'm like, all right, Guardian, here we go. I can do this. Now, I knew coming into this one that this one would be hard. So Guardian's got enhanced armor up, which makes it even more difficult because he does already get armor up buffs. And then he's got heavy-handed insecurity. So basically, if you put a taunt on him, you'll lose 50% of your power over 3 seconds. So you don't want to taunt him. And then he's got advanced force field, which is a part of his mechanic, and turtling, which I believe is a new node, and I feel like that's a nod at us because we always say how they're turtling. And basically turtling causes him to gain an indefinite armor up buff if you haven't hit him in 6 seconds. So as you saw, I decided to bring in height because I was like, okay, I'm gonna armor break and then spam special 1s, and then I took a special to the face, and that was the end of that. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna come in here, clean up shop here with the 5-star, my 565 hype, and it'll be fine. Now, playing around, I knew his specials would be hard to dodge playing around with the 3-star, so I do have to get a little bit better at dodging them and that sort of thing, but that will come with time. But overall, these champions are not too hard. I've got 3 of the bosses down with 4 stars, so I'm at about 50%. Next month will be all 6 bosses. Next month will be all 6 bosses. But anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below, how did you find this month's Uncollected? Were you surprised I made it to 3 out of the 6 bosses with 4 stars? Who did you use to defeat Sasquatch and Guardian? What do you think of these 2 new champs? Do you think they're going to be defenders? Do you think they're going to be attackers? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.